You know a lot about golf.
Well, we're waiting.
Another week has gone by. Where does the time go? Here we are, those weekend golf guys. John Ashton in studio, Jeff Smith at the Golf Cave at Otter Creek, and intrepid producer Mark Hunter at the controls. The three of us collectively known as those weekend golf guys. And here we are. How you doing, man?
I'm awesome today.
Oh.
Gave some golf lessons early.
Yeah?
Here we are talking on the radio.
Yeah?
Sun is shining.
Yeah?
Can it get any nicer?
God
It's
is in
golf
his
weather.
heaven and all is right with the world, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Right.
Isn't that cool? All right. Yeah, well, I mean, that's, when you live the life, living the dream,
That's right.
Every day's a paradise kind of day. You betcha.
I like to be able to take this time and relax into the air-conditioned studio because it's getting hotter out. And so I teach for a few hours, come in, relax, talk a little golf, have a little fun.
Not that we're meteorologists, however. First off, want to send condolences and, hey, be careful out there to all of our friends listening in Texas.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I think they're moving 2 by 2 to this big boat they got down there.
It's unbelievable how much. Since we heard about this last year.
Yeah, this is
flooding down there.
About the fourth consecutive time, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're just getting. What is going on down there that they're getting these deluges of rain?
Who needs to build a wall? We're going to have like a new ocean between Mexico and the United States here soon.
No kidding. I think that's what Trump's doing. He's digging a trench. That's just gonna happen here. So forget that wall thing. Let's just let it rain and we'll put a big river between us or
40
something.
days or 40 nights.
Yeah. I'm going to make it rain for 100 days. Why not just 40 days and 40 nights? Right.
Right.
All right. So for those who aren't old enough to realize that's an old Bill Cosby routine. A very old Bill Cosby routine. Boy, do I feel old. I was a mere child when I first heard that. Man, I want to talk about playing in the wet because, it not only, it hasn't been as serious here in the South as it has been, although last weekend and much into this past week, South Carolina was getting inundated by a tropical storm. And a lot of the Georgia, Florida coastline, North Carolina up that way. Not that they play any golf in that area this time of year.
They try.
Man. And I was talking to a owner of a local golf course here who was just shaking his head. Said, "Man, it's rained 22 out of the last 27 days here. It's kind of hard to run a golf course that way, isn't it?"
It really is. Business is really going to suffer. And then what happens is that. It'll get humid, hot, steamy. It's not good for the grass, at least if you're in the Bermuda grass belt, it's easier to deal with because there's a lot of sand base down there too, but
right.
The water can drain off. But let's say that you're in the Midwest and that stuff starts happening and you've got the three things that don't coexist: heat, moisture, and bent grass.
Whoops.
And the trouble is that if you're going to have the heat and you can have bent grass handling the heat, but when you've got moisture thrown in, a lot of it, you got to either get rid of the moisture really fast or you're going to get rid of the bent grass really fast.
Yeah.
Those three things don't get along very well.
You got golf course superintendents in Indiana and Michigan and Minnesota and all those places combing for mold with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah, and they're worried about Pythium, and they're worried about dollar spot, and they're worried about other diseases caused by too much heat, too much humidity on the bent grass greens, and then and tees and fairways too. It's just everywhere there's bent grass, and it's tough.
It is not comfortable golfing in those conditions either. When the humidity levels rise to a point where it becomes oppressive. We played last Sunday, 90 degrees, and a humidity level probably of 60%. It got to be a little uncomfortable after about 15 holes. You began
We're
to
just a
drag.
bunch of complainers, aren't we?
Aren't
you
we,
know,
though? Nothing's
here we are in
perfect.
November. We're going, Jesus, cold. We can't play golf.
Yeah.
It's February. Jeez, it's cold. We can't play golf.
Yeah.
And March comes around. Jeez, it's cold. We can't play golf. Here it is, end of May.
Jeez, it's
early
hot.
June now. Come on.
Well, the thing of it is we just missed spring. We go cold, hot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what happened to that little interim where you get to acclimate yourself? It's gone. Highs of 48 one week, highs of 88 the next. It's like, whoa.
You can do that if you live in Tennessee, upstate, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, up in Appalachia territory. They get a little bit longer springs and falls.
Yeah.
Virginia. They get a little bit of that, but
So basically the springtime happens where we ain't, is what you're saying.
pretty much, yeah. I said that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We could be in Arizona, and all we could say is, well, it's okay. It's a dry heat.
Yeah, so's my oven, but I'm not playing golf inside of it. Okay.
That's exactly right.
That's it. The other thing too, though, is just the what's the word I'm looking for? The abject joy you find now when I walk up with fear and trepidation to the clubhouse of my favorite golf course and do not see the cart path only sign.
Yeah.
Thinking that the only exercise you're getting today is what you're doing right now,
That's
walking
it.
from the car to the building.
That's right. This is it. Grab a cooler, sit down, have yourself a good time. Why don't you do the same thing? Just sit where you're at, not in a golf cart, unless you happen to be in a golf cart with your radio on, because we are coming right back. We are those weekend golf guys, don't you?
This is Ben Gordon, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. There's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-290-3613. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-290-3613. That's 1-800-290-3613.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving. But my accountant's too expensive, and I'm not sure who to call. But I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free, just for calling 877-376-2829. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-376-2829. That's 877-376-2829.
Having a place to go after school will make you a better student. Having an outlet to express yourself will make you a better artist. Having something to do together will make you a better family. At the Y, we're helping build better friends, listeners, writers, swimmers, scientists, and musicians, one chance at a time. Give the gift of opportunity. Support the Y at ymca.net. The Y, for a better us.
Hey, thanks for hanging. We are back. Those weekend golf guys, John Ashton, Jeff Smith, intrepid producer Mark Hunter on the controls. We were talking about this in the way to studio today. I have been watching both the NCAA men's and women's championships, a couple of the last LPGA and PGA tournaments, even the senior PGA. There's been live golf on all the time, and I've been watching some of it. And I have noticed something that kind of confuses me, and that's when you watch these guys, whether they be, very high-quality amateurs, collegiate guys, or the pros, they set up with their club differently sometimes. Some guys you're going to see, like with their driver, they're going to be there, and the toe of the driver will be on the ground, and the the heel will be on the ground, the toe will be elevated, so that the club head itself is at an angle. And they'll do the same thing with their iron. Sometimes they'll be, the sole of the club will be flat on the ground. Is there a difference in what happens to the ball? What is the difference, and why are people doing that? Jeff, the floor is yours.
To answer those questions, yes, certainly there is a difference in how you're essentially presenting the club to the ball. So let's just say, here we are, you brought up a driver and you brought up an iron.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me talk about the iron. So most irons, when they sit flat on the ground, that you have it when you push the handle down, the toe goes up in the air and the club, sits on the heel a little bit. If that's let's say a mid club to a short club, like a 6-iron on down to a wedge.
Mm-hmm.
You've got enough loft on the face there that when you change that angle, you lower the handle and raise the toe, the club will begin to face left because of the loft. It's already tilted backwards. So if it's already facing dead straight and it's tilted back up in the air, if you tilt it down, it's kind of like leaning back in a chair. And John, you should try this, but not right now.
Okay.
Okay. Put your arm on the chair, on the arm of the chair with your palm facing forward. And then tilt the chair and tilt your hand backwards a little bit so it faces more the sky, much like a wedge. And then let's just raise it up. Like put your elbow on the chair, on the arm of the chair, and then raise that arm up where you can see that the face of your, where your palm is facing, it's now facing left. The higher it goes up in the air, the hand goes up in the air where it's the elbow is the fulcrum, like the heel of the club would be the fulcrum. The more you elevate that, the more angled left that club face is. So it will change the ball flight. Now, some people who hit a bunch of balls to the right, one of the things that they do is they push the handle down that angles the face a little bit left to counteract that. It's pretty interesting how they do that. Some people do it because their posture is really low and they force their hands down. The angle of the club face is now angled up to the left a little bit, and then they go ahead and swing because sometimes those people have certain alterations in their swing that allow them to square that club face.
Okay.
And some people, it's the opposite. Some people, it's heel up, toe down, and the wrists are up in the air high at the beginning. And when they swing, they do something in the air in the middle of the swing to counteract that, to deliver them to get them to deliver the club face straighter. A lot of these things are not intentional, but sometimes they are. Sometimes people realize, well, that's the fix for what else ails me.
If a guy
They're changing the angle of the face.
If a guy wanted to hit a draw, is that one of the techniques to draw the ball?
It's one of the techniques that he thinks that would work.
Okay. I take that as a no.
Well, I'm not saying that it won't work, but what if your swing path is very much to the right? Let's say you're a right-hand golfer and you swing quite a ways away from you over toward first base.
Mm-hmm.
That would certainly be a thing that angled the club face back, so the club face would be pointed left of wherever you're swinging and could curve the ball back.
Okay.
So you could say, yes, that's one of the many things that you could do to have your face pointed a little left of wherever you're swinging, but I'm not so sure you want to have your hands that low or your posture that low to make that happen, because you lose a lot of mobility when you take your body and you crunch it over that much that your hands are forced downward and the club face faces up. It's not really quite the best.
Well, I know there are no, all generalizations are false, including that one. But would you say that if you do set up with your club at a club face at an angle, heel down, toe up, that maybe you aren't doing it correctly?
Well, to generalize, I'd say it depends. So I would say it depends. How's that?
Yeah. Boxers or briefs?
So many things.
Depends.
Yeah, that's right. There are people that I try to get to go a little bit lower, and there are people I try to get to go a little bit higher with their posture, depending on who they are and what their currently doing, and will they practice and all those things. Sometimes
gotcha.
you could give something to somebody that could be the one and only cure for what they have going on the golf course that day, knowing that that person will not be someone who's willing to make any changes of any kind. Then in that case, it might be a cure.
I got you. Okay.
But it wouldn't be part of anything that I would normally get people to do who wanted to be very good at what they did if they wanted to be a more competitive player as opposed to just the recreational, hey, let's go out, weekend golf guy kind of thing.
Yeah, let's go out and swat a few. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. The word of the day is pitch. All right. We're going to be talking about
Pitch with a P.
Pitch with a P. Different
Like
ways
pitching wedge.
to pitch, little short game stuff plus pitch fix. The head honcho, Bart Fokke, will be a guest with us coming up in a little bit. Want you to hang out with us too. We are those weekend golf guys, and we're making plans to come right back. Hey, this is John Ashton with those weekend golf guys. And, Jeff Smith is a PGA member, so he gets to play like anywhere he wants to play for free. You and I, we're not quite like that. We have to, by hook or by crook. You got a friend, whatever. We all want a discount. We all want a deal, and we know how you can get a deal. You want to go to digitalgolfpass.com. They've got the whole country broken up into different areas, and there are a whole lot of golf courses in each area. You can buy one area or upgrade to all the areas. It's a membership. It makes you kind of cool. And, with the right deal at your first foray into your favorite golf course with Digital Golf Pass, you've probably saved enough money to actually pay for the membership. Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. Use the coupon code GOLFGUYS at checkout and you'll save $5. Yeah, we hooked that up for you. All right. People. Digitalgolfpass.com. Coupon code GOLFGUYS. Go now. Harry Taylor is a PGA Tour golfer, best known for his short game and for the fact that he is the tailor in TaylorMade. He has been a designer of golf clubs for a long time. And one of the things he really wanted to do was design wedges that would work well out of the box for 98% of the golfing public. That's you and me, people. HarryTaylorGolf.com. Go take a look at these wedges. One, they're beautiful. Two, they work really, really well for 98% of us. And three, I can get you at a discount. Just when you order, please use the code LOVEMeTender, and that $169 black wedge is going to set you back only $109. That's right, $60 off. And the $149 wedge will be $99, $50 off. If you use the code LOVEMeTender at checkout. HarryTaylorGolf.com. Love Me Tender in the code box at checkout. You're going to get yourself a great wedge at a great price. We appreciate it.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
This is Ben Gordon, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. There's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-290-3613. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-290-3613. That's 1-800-290-3613.
Having a place to go after school will make you a better student. Having an outlet to express yourself will make you a better artist. Having something to do together will make you a better family. At the Y, we're helping build better friends, listeners, writers, swimmers, scientists, and musicians, one chance at a time. Give the gift of opportunity. Support the Y at ymca.net. The why, for a better us.
Hey, thanks for hanging. We are This Weekend Golf Guys. John Ashton, Jeff Smith, in-tribute producer Mark Hunter on the controls. And, in football, you have a penalty called intentional grounding. What Jeff is going to talk about first here as we hit, again, the short game with Jeff's Quick Fix is a little intentional sculling, which is not a penalty. Sometimes it's what you got to do.
Sometimes you get so irritated with your playing partner that,
Mark?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I start that story the wrong way? Sometimes you got this shot when your ball's up against the collar of the green, the back of the fringe, not the one where it's the green to the fringe part, but maybe it is, and maybe there's a collar of rough right around it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really want to putt it because the clump of grass that's immediately behind your ball touching it, you can't get your putter to the center of the ball that way. You'll top it, and that's not what you're really after.
No.
So the easiest way that I have found to be consistent with your distance control is to effectively try to putt it with the leading edge of your pitching wedge or your sand wedge, or I prefer the pitching wedge or a 9-iron or something. And the reason I try to belly it, try to intentionally scull it. So I do that by raising up. I make the club shorter. I grip down on the club, and I try to get it to just basically scuff the top of the grass so that the height of the leading edge is actually equal to the equator of the ball, like a bunt in baseball, correct?
Yeah, okay.
Now, so what I am doing is I'm made the club holding my hands relatively firm, and then I'm effectively putting with my leading edge of my wedge, because the bottom of the wedge, 9-iron or whatever, is thick enough, heavy enough to cut through the little tops of the grass and get right to the belly of the ball. I can control the distance of that shot better than I can, say, trying to putt it with a hybrid or trying to chip at it, because there's no real spin coming off of this with this shot. So I can intentionally scull it. The reason that I try to stay away from doing this with lob wedges and many sand wedges, it's because that the bottom of the club on many sand wedges and most lob wedges are more of a rounded leading edge.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, with the pitching wedge, they're more of a flatter leading edge, which means that I don't have to be absolutely perfect to hit it in the center of the leading edge, because if it's a curved front edge, it could shoot off right, left, or straight.
Yeah.
So that's why I stay away from the lob wedge, because the club's square leading edge is certainly more forgiving.
I'm trying to picture this in my head. Would you be using a normal swing like you would with a wedge that was farther back, or do you use like a putting stroke?
I'm putting. Yeah,
okay.
I like to do this with a putting because it's a small motion, and it's really trying to keep it on line as possible.
Right.
I try to just hold my hands so that my putter or my wedge in my hands will act like my putter and not wobble around. But because I'm fighting it through grass, I'll hold it a little bit firmer, especially in my left hand, so that it won't chunk too much. The grass won't grab it. I definitely am acting more like this is a putt.
Okay. Yeah. That would make perfect sense. I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes I make assumptions that aren't right, believe it or not. Hey, let me ask you a particular question on a situation I had last Sunday. I hit a blind shot uphill into a elevated green and missed it by about 3 feet. Yeah. But I was about 4 feet off the putting surface, and it was a little bit of a tight lie, but kind of coarse grass. For various and sundry reasons, I didn't want to putt, even though, man, the speed of the greens was 11.6. That's
How'd you measure it?
I didn't measure it. I asked somebody.
Yeah, because they have a stimp meter that measures it.
Yes.
11 feet, 6 inches.
Yes. 11 and a half feet per.
Well, when it rolls out,
Okay.
I mean, you raise you roll a ball off this little ramp.
Yeah.
The ramp's got a little notch in it. So you put the ball in this ramp, in the notch, and you slowly elevate this ramp until the ball is the ramp's at such an angle that the ball rolls out on its own power.
Okay.
Gravity just took.
Okay.
And then they measure it going, across the green one way and across the green the other way.
Yeah.
On a relatively flat spot. And they measure how many feet and inches they roll out. 11.6.
11.6 on gravity alone.
Those things roll out well.
That they did, and they were very, very nicely groomed. And I mean, the whole course was absolutely beautiful. It's a casino course. It's one of the major draws to going to this casino, so you know that they're going to keep it impeccable. No, but I digress. The lie was such that I couldn't take my normal stance with my sand wedge, so I found myself moving my feet closer together, and I swung as I usually do. But man, the ball checked up quicker and faster than I've ever seen a ball that I hit check up. Was that just a coincidence, or is that because my feet were closer together?
Now, here's a couple things that are real, and I want to tell a quick but yet good story about this.
Okay.
All right, so imagine yourself. At your normal setup with your feet a little wider, your body tends to tilt to the right because your right shoulder is lower than your left because your right hand is lower on the club than the left.
Okay.
Does it make sense so far?
Yeah, so far, man, I'm with you.
So then what happens a lot of times is that the angle of swing, it starts to bottom out behind the ball, so it gets lower behind it, and then it's kind of ascending into the ball a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it won't have as much spin because the club isn't descending anymore.
Right.
It's ascending.
Gotcha.
But what happens when you put your feet together, your spine tends to straighten out. It doesn't tilt to the right very much at all. And your nose tends to be in line with the golf ball. And then the lowest point of your swing happens to be below the golf ball. And then the swing is coming from behind, which is a little higher now. It's a little higher on the right side of the golf ball. And then it's getting low right below the ball. So what you're getting is a descending blow because your spine was a little straighter. You didn't tilt very much to the right. You had it. Your shoulders were more level, your spine was a little straighter, your nose was more in line with the golf ball, and then the lowest point of your golf swing was below the ball. So the club was moving downward as it was forward. And since you still have an upward-facing club, but yet it's moving downward below the ball, you now can apply a little bit more friction and create a little bit more spin to that ball so it'll check up.
So then, can I be safe in saying that if I want to put more spin on my chips, I should just move my feet closer together when I set up?
It's pretty simple, but I would really tell you that the better way would be to have a concept of nose over the golf ball.
Nose over the golf ball.
Nose over the golf ball.
I'll keep
Putting
that in
your
mind.
feet together enhances that. Certainly makes it more obvious because, if your feet are together, you won't tilt very much to the right because you'll feel very off balance to the right.
Okay.
So that's why you'll naturally straighten it out. But the truth is the fact that it's straightening out where your nose is in line with your golf ball, your swing arc is below the ball at that point due to the more level shoulders and not tipping to the right.
The nose, man. All right, tell you what, you need to hang out because we've got Bart
mustache underneath it.
Bart Fokke with Pitch Fix is going to be our guest, and I think he's at an airport somewhere in the Netherlands, somewhere in maybe Rotterdam. I love that. Rotterdam. There's an old joke there we can get to, maybe off mic. We'll be right back. Don't you move. You suck. I mean, isn't that the thought that goes through your mind every time you chunk a chip or blade a wedge? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. It is.
I hear that so many times from people.
It could be, I hate to say this because I'm one of these personal responsibility kind of guys, but it could be the club.
It's possible.
And I don't understand. I know you do, but nobody understands, so we're not going to explain it. But the bounce and the lie angle and the grind and all that kind of stuff, it's very confusing but very important for wedges. Is it not, Jeff?
That is absolutely true.
All right.
You better have something that gets through the turf pretty well.
Harry Taylor, former PGA professional golfer and excellent club designer, has new wedges that work for 98% of us. Harry
And
Taylor,
impeccably dressed.
HarryTaylorGolf.com. Use code LOVEMeTender and you are going to get a huge discount. The 149 wedge for $99, the 169 wedge for $109. Love Me Tender is the code. Go there, check it out, HarryTaylorGolf.com.
This is Ben Gordon, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. There's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-290-3613. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-290-3613. That's 1-800-290-3613.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving, but my accountant's too expensive, and I'm not sure who to call. But I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free, just for calling 877-376-2829. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-376-2829. That's 877-376-2829.
Hey, you like to play golf, but you like to save money. How about doing the same thing at the same time? Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. No matter where you are in the country, there's probably a digital golf pass that's going to get you a discount at many different golf courses. All right, so this season, you're going to save yourself some money and get some variety in where you go. DigitalGolfPass.com. Use the coupon code GolfGuys at checkout, and you will save $5. DigitalGolfPass.com. And welcome back, those Weekend Golf Guys. Of course, John Ashton in studio, Jeff Smith at the Golf Cave at Otter Creek, and at the airport in some European capital. Want to welcome in Bart Fokke with Pitch Fix. Bart, welcome back,
John.
man. How you doing, sir?
Good to be back. I'm good. Good to be back.
You know, I got to tell you, one of the fun things that happens when you go to the PGA show on consecutive years is I was outside indulging in like the only bad habit I have left. And there were a bunch of guys hanging around, and I saw that they had the Pitch Fix name tags on. So I start kind of just sneaking around looking to see whose name they were, and I saw Bart. I walked up to him to say hello. He saw my name, and it's like we're old friends. Had never met, but we had done this before, and it's really cool. It was good to meet you down there, man.
Yeah, and I also remember I had a look. You were doing a live show there in the hallway.
Yes, we were. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. One of the pieces of equipment that you were showcasing at the show back in January was a new style ball mark repair tool. I got to tell you, man, this thing just kind of blew me away. You were putting huge dents in greens and then just taking this spider-looking thing, sticking it in, pulling it up, and it was like the ball never hit the green. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. We are flabbergasted every day still when we use it. So it's really nice. It's we've never seen this before. Unbelievable. And it doesn't matter what type of green you play on. Maybe you have to jam it in a couple of times when you're playing on soft green, but the repair is, it's gone. It's gone after a couple of times. Unbelievable.
It took a few years for all the golf courses here in the States to convert over to insisting on soft spikes. So now they're going to put a sign up saying you must use this green repair tool because it works.
Well, that's what we hope, of course. Yeah, that's what we're working very hard on. And we're in a very traditional market, so everybody's watching us for a couple of years if the story is true, and more people are writing on the internet their experience with the tool, and they really love it. So we see it on our website. More and more people look at the Twister tool than the other favorite tools. So yeah, it's changing. It's changing.
First off, you came out with my favorite tool, which is a little switchblade-looking thing. It was a traditional fork-type tool, and I got a big kick out of using that. And then you sent me one of these, and it's like, wow, this thing is phenomenal.
And well, I've got some great news for you, June, because next year we will combine the two technologies.
So I'll have a little switchblade spider-looking thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes. My prayers have been answered. That was me who put it in your suggestion box about 152 times, too, by the way. So
yes.
I appreciate
that's
it.
true.
So, Bart, are you the guy who does the technology and the design, or are you just the genius that says, hey, I can sell a bunch of these?
The last one.
Okay.
And to be honest, my partner Michelle and I, we the other thing we do together. So we
Gotcha.
spend a lot of time on thinking and talking and looking on developing new products. So currently we have 6 new products in development, and we will probably introduce 2, maybe 3 next year. But the next 3 are in design already and in patent applications and stuff like that. So
Fantastic.
we've got a very, very, very exciting new thing coming up next year. That one we will introduce on the PGA show for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We have sent in our patent application, and we haven't had a confirmation from the USPTO yet. But we're working on integrating this tool in the big fat putter grips.
Now, there's an idea. One less thing to put in your pocket.
Yeah, there's a knob on the end of your grip. You turn it, 3 prongs come out. You turn your putter around. You don't have to bend over to do the repair. So for older players, it's very convenient as well.
Or lazy players.
Or lazy players. Yeah.
Right.
He looks at me when he says that, by the way. So. And so the other
Easy.
products you're coming out with in the green repair tool category, or are you branching out into different things?
Different things will be the next year.
Okay.
For sure. This is all still different repair tools. We will have a single prong version.
Okay.
With the same pin shape. Because the more upscale courses in the United States, they almost demand that you use a single prong tool on their greens. So
right.
We've developed that as well.
That's so very cool. You know, one of the things that we talk about on the show a lot is how few people actually know how to fix a ball mark on a green.
Yeah.
Do you have any suggestions real quick? I'm sure being in the business, you can probably talk somebody through it in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, there's no science behind this, but we estimate that if you look at the traditional fork tools,
mm-hmm.
we estimate that about 80% of the people use them in the wrong way.
Ooh.
And do what we call a cosmetic repair while on the green. So it's gone when they are leaving the green, but 2 days later, there's a big brown spot.
Yeah.
Because they cut the roots of the grass with the tool.
Is that because they go in too deep and push up rather than going in shallow and?
Yeah, and they use it the wrong way around. You have to push in that tool on the outside of a pitch mark, of a divot, and then push it back into the mill. And they do it the exact opposite way.
Mm.
And by doing that, they actually lift the soil and the roots and the grass, everything, and then the roots break because these roots in the green. There's a lot of roots, but they're very tiny.
Yeah, and when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
Yes, course superintendents everywhere. No, don't do it at all if you're going to do it wrong. You need to do a video.
Yeah, so that's another good thing of this new tool. You can only do it in the right way.
Oh, foolproof.
Yeah,
or idiot-proof, if you'd rather.
Idiot-proof. It really is. Yeah.
So, Jeff, I know what you're saying. Even John could use one of those correctly.
Everybody could use one. That's the best part.
Yeah.
It's politically correct to just say everybody can use it, and that includes John.
And you're not talking a whole lot of money for one of these things. What's the price point in U.S. dollars for one of these new Spider?
It retails just under $16. $16. Yeah.
And most of the time, you're going to find a nifty little logo on, because you also have the magnetic ball marker on the tip of it, right?
Yeah, and we can put any logo somebody wants on that. Yeah.
Like even an ornate Weekend Golf Guys logo.
No problem at all.
We'll have to talk about that when you land.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these things are.
And then like 50% of our business is in the promotional industry.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of companies that use the tool as a gift on their outing or the golf tournament.
Right.
And the other 50%, of course, is in golf retail, the golf shops on the courses, and there in 80% of the cases we see the club logo going on the ball marker.
Yeah, and it's phenomenal. I mean, it's a great market because it's something that every golfer has at least 6 of.
Yeah.
In their bag somewhere. And it's always nice to have the latest and the greatest and the one that works well. Do you have any videos or anything on what you were talking about earlier about fixing the ball mark incorrectly? Because I think a lot of people now are probably hearing this and going, ooh, am I one of those 80%? Have I been doing it wrong? What's the right way?
Yeah. There is a lot of videos out there on the web from the USGA and other bodies that explain very well how a perfect repair should be done. And we have next week we will have a video explaining how the twister works.
Oh, okay, great.
And we could call that the perfect repair video, actually.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you came up with it. You can call it whatever you want to.
Yeah.
You say it, we'll swear to it, Bart. All right. Bart Fokke with Pitch Fix. Shameless self-promotion here, Bart. How, if someone right now is saying, oh, I got to get me one of those, can they order it direct from your website or at least go to a website and see what it is exactly we're talking about here?
They can go to the website and see exactly what we're talking about. They have to look for the product called Twister. We do not sell through our website because we rely on a very, very good network of distributors worldwide.
Gotcha.
And we don't want to ride in their wheels. So they can go onto Amazon to get a single one.
Mm-hmm.
We are there, so that's a possibility.
And their distributors are phenomenal because I don't think I have been in a pro shop in the last 3 months that didn't have one or the other version of your green repair tool.
No, they
right there on the counter.
Yeah, we've been in the U.S. market for 3.5 years now, and they have done a phenomenal job. Phenomenal.
Fantastic. All right, Bart. Well, listen, man, we thank you for hanging out in the airport for a while and talking with us here, and we'll get together in the next couple of days and talk about maybe getting some logos put on the back of a couple of those things for us.
No problem. Looking forward to that.
All right, we will talk, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming back. Bart Fokke with Pitch Fix. We appreciate it, my man, and we will talk again soon. You guys hang out because we got a lot more to talk about too right here with those Weekend Golf Guys. Don't go away. You checked out our Facebook page yet? It's facebook.com/golf guys. Go there and like us, please.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
You know, people come up to you all the time and say, John, I don't have a radio station that plays those Weekend Golf Guys when I can hear it. What can you do for me? I say, probably nothing. I don't control these radio stations, but tell you what I do control. I do control the free apps. Those Weekend Golf Guys free apps for your smartphone. You have an iPhone, you go to the App Store and download it. It's free. You can listen on your schedule, not ours, anytime. To the most recent show, to some of the shows in the archives or whatever. You have an Android phone? Google can handle it. Go to the Google Marketplace, Google Play, whatever they're calling it these days, and you can download the free app there too. It is free. Did I mention that? Free. And you can listen to those Weekend Golf Guys at your convenience, on your schedule, in your spare time. And you can listen over and over and over again, and we highly recommend you do that. It is those Weekend Golf Guys free app. We did it for you. It weren't cheap, man. For us, for you, free.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving. But my accountant's too expensive, and I'm not sure who to call. But I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free. Just for calling 877-376-2829. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-376-2829. That's 877-376-2829.
Hey, this is John Ashton with those Weekend Golf Guys. And, Jeff Smith is a PGA member, so he gets to play like anywhere he wants to play for free. You and I, we're not quite like that. We have to, by hook or by crook. You got a friend, whatever. We all want a discount. We all want a deal, and we know how you can get a deal. You want to go to digitalgolfpass.com. They've got the whole country broken up into different areas, and there are a whole lot of golf courses in each area. You can buy one area or upgrade to all the areas. It's a membership. It makes you kind of cool. And, with the right deal at your first foray into your favorite golf course with Digital Golf Pass, you've probably saved enough money to actually pay for the membership. Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. Use the coupon code GOLFGUYS at checkout and you'll save $5. Yeah, we hooked that up for you. All right. People. Digitalgolfpass.com. Coupon code GOLFGUYS. Go now. All right, we are back. Those Weekend Golf Guys, John Ashton, Jeff Smith, intrepid producer Mark Hunter at the controls. And you just heard Bart Fokke tell everybody that, the chances are 8 out of 10 that you're fixing your ball marks wrong.
At least you're trying it, right? But,
all this time,
I get that
who
a
knew?
lot. I get these people out there, and the first thing they want to do is just jam something in the side and then lift it up because they think that the only thing that's necessary here is to make it flat.
Yeah.
Now, the truth is the best thing to do is to learn that what you want is to be able to come back next week and have that spot still be alive. So the thought that you really want to have is to put it in from the outer edges and stand the grass back up and kind of work your way toward the middle, but don't ever stick it in and try to raise up the indented center because you're just ripping out the roots.
Except that's what Bart's new thing does, that twister thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the demo down at the PGA show.
It was awesome.
That's what you do. You've got, the indentation or crater, depending on how high you hit the ball, and you just take this 4-pronged jobber, stick it in that indentation, twist it just a tad left or right to, make a little bit of a contact with the ground and pull up. Yeah. And viola, it's flat again.
See, the way his does it, those things go down vertically.
Yeah.
Into it in multiple places, and when they pull that up, then it raises everything, but it doesn't pry it up. If you just stuck your, imagine your finger sticking in from the outer edge and just prying up the center, that's the part where you're ripping out the roots.
A lot of us aren't looking at an indentation when we get up there. Well, for whatever reason, we walk up there and it's not an indentation. It's bare ground and a loose flap of grass.
Right, and sometimes that's a soft green. You walk on certain greens and they're a little softer than others because they've been watering pretty heavily. Maybe it's the middle of summer and they're trying to keep them alive.
But you would fix that. Softer, You would fix that mark differently, would you not? I mean, you can't just stick something in the middle of it and pull up because there's no grass in the middle to pull up.
Right. That's the one where I'll work around,
and push the grass back into the middle to try to make it touch each other.
You got it.
Okay, you got it. I think, Mark, we're the 20% have been doing it right.
I think so.
Yeah.
I agree. I concur.
All right. I always knew we were special. But one of the things that one of our listeners just kind of got through to us on Facebook at facebook.com/golfguys and said, would you ask Jeff to maybe go into greater detail about some things I can do to improve the pitching because he can't get his ball to check up. He really has no distance control, and that's kind of what he's trying to get a little help with.
I got a great little chipping pitching drill that I use in a lot of my short game classes, and it requires the use of an extra club and your bottle of water. What you're looking to do is you're looking to put a ball on the ground, and a few feet on the opposite side of you from the golf ball is your bottle of water sitting on the ground. So it's you and you're facing your golf ball, and then you look straight ahead of you out over the golf ball by about a couple of 3 feet or so. Put your bottle of water.
Okay.
Then what you're going to do is you're going to take that extra club and you're going to rest it on top, horizontally on top of that bottle of water. So the head is going to be on the outside edge of, away from you, and the handle is going to be toward you.
Okay.
And the handle is going to be resting above the ball that sits on the ground. Right? So you have, as you're looking down upon it, upon this ball, the handle of the club will be visually right over the ball.
Gotcha.
Because it's just resting on and balanced properly on that bottle of water, meaning that the head is, on the other side of the water bottle and the handle's all the way over toward you. Okay.
Gotcha.
You now have something that you're going to swing your club head under. So you're going to clip the ball and basically nip the ball and slide that club below there, and you're not going to touch that club that sticks out above the ball.
Okay.
So you'll make sure that it bottoms out right below the golf ball. What a cool little trick. I have everybody do this. Always, invariably, the first few times they wind up knocking the club off because they're coming up into the golf ball. And as soon as I have them brush the ground where it bottoms out below the ball, when I take a ball away, they can instantly do that. No problem at all. And then I put a ball right back there and they go, oh, I understand. I'm supposed to get the club, the bottom of the club, below the bottom of the ball. And it helps people so much locate the bottom of their golf swing and where they should be putting their golf ball within it.
Yeah.
It makes life so easy.
Yeah, many of us have great practice swings until you put a ball in the middle of that arc, and that just screws it all up, man.
Right, because then there's that fear and apprehension, but sometimes they put the ball in the wrong place, and that makes them swing through a different place just to strike the golf ball.
Yeah.
That little chipping, pitching drill that I give to people, it's an amazingly simple yet very effective way of getting people to get their bottom of their swing arc just right below the golf ball when they pitch. So what they find out is that they no longer try to hit high, soft pitches with a ball back of center because that's not the bottom of their swing arc. And they're figuring that out with a golf club and a water bottle.
Hey, it's not like you have to go out and buy anything expensive, man. All you have to do is find a spot level enough to stand a water bottle up. Might be difficult at a few places, but you can do it.
Might be.
Yeah. You can definitely do that. And, man, I need to know for my own personal edification and for the improvement throughout the summer of our wonderful and loyal listeners, how we coming with that how to get out of the sand in 3 easy steps series of videos? Because I have got to tell you, man, the way you teach that is phenomenal because I was in 3 sand traps during my last round out at Chariot Run. Now, granted, they weren't gravel pits like many courses are. They were nice, white, fine sand. They were, good sand. But still, I was in 3 in a course of 18 holes. And, Mr. Mark, how many did I not get out of on one shot?
3. No. 0. Did you not get out of?
Did I not get out of?
I misunderstood the question.
All right, let me put it into positive. How many did I get out of with only one shot?
3.
3.
That was like the SAT version of that question. Let's see if I can say this.
Could you rephrase the question, please?
This is a trick just to confuse me, isn't it? No, but that I got out of all 3 of them, man.
Yeah, you got out. You got them out well. Yeah.
And you know what would be amazing if you could put yourself in that position more frequently in an area that's not on the golf course but right next to the golf course. You could actually learn to get those shots not just out, but you could learn to get those closer upon repetition of said shot.
Oh, you mean like if I went to a practice facility?
Yeah.
Or area.
Now that you mention it, what a good idea that is.
Yeah.
What a good idea. I can't believe that you came up with that all by yourself.
I did, man, on my very own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It's strange. It is
to hit
strange.
it close enough to just tap it in. Or maybe not even have to.
Yeah, maybe you could just, pitch it in
Knock it right in the hole.
from the sand. Mm-hmm. Yeah, although I don't know, man. When you're trying to put three things together, like getting out of the sand onto a green that's rolling at an 11.6, you have no earthly idea how to hit it, where to go. You're just glad that it's not in the sand after your first shot, trying to get it out. You'll take what you can get.
I hear you.
Fast greens, man. I mean, we got maybe 52 seconds. Any way to handle fast greens in 52 seconds or less?
Yeah. The first thing you got to do when they're fast, remember to slow your arms down. Soft has to be the thought when you putt. Slower arms. So you avoid any quick movements. And it doesn't matter whether they're long or they're short strokes, but they must be soft and they must be slow. And a visual trick is to, essentially pick a spot about halfway to 3/4 of the way there that you're trying to stop your ball there. And then let it just trickle out after that. That works amazingly well.
Cool.
So,
good.
Soft, slow moving arms.
Soft and slow.
Soft and slow. Yes.
We can do that. But I found and again, I may just have been, but I found it to be a much truer roll with a fast green.
Oh yeah. When they cut them that tight, there's nothing growing anymore. I mean, they've cut that down to the nubs where, you don't have a lot of leaf in the grass. That's it. It's just, they've snipped it down to very minute heights.
It was wonderful. And it was wonderful for you to hang out for the whole thing, too. I want to thank Bart Fokke with Pitch Fix. Remember, it's pitchfix.com. Go check them out. You can't order anything there. You have to go to your local retailer, or you can probably get Pitch Fix green repair tools in like any pro shop you've ever been to or will be in this next week. Facebook.com/Golf Guys. Please like us there. Twitter, follow us at WKND Golf Guys. Brand new website. Want you to go and just be amazed and astounded. John did this? ThoseWeekendGolfGuys.com. You can listen to us online or right here next week, wherever you are. Be back. But in the interim, go play some golf. Bye-bye.